Hey everyone, it's Christina from Christina of Light. Thank you for visiting with me here. When you watch my videos, you're always in a protective bubble of love and light, watched over by all my guides and angels. I'm in much gratitude to them for this. This is my Sunday weekly energy reading for anyone called to it or interested in it. Hope everyone's doing outstanding. So I have six different decks here, because I'm gonna do just a real quick snippet of everything that's coming to be for the next couple weeks. I'll start off with that energy for the week in general, and then I'll end with St. Patrick's Day. So, anyways, energy for the week. The deck I used for that, Light Seers Tarot. I decided to just do them all together instead of doing like a bunch of little ones. So, hope it's not too annoying. I did recognize that when I pulled a lot of these cards, they were saying a similar message. So, finding a way out, moving it along, protected, healthy boundaries, and staying away from what's not serving you, and you found your way out. And you're moving on. A rebirth is occurring. And there's a brief moment in time where you're waiting. You've chosen what you want. You know what you want. There's a brief layover in time as you've seen the big picture, the vision of what you want. This is again leaving what no longer serves you behind, and patiently seeing in the having come full circle right there with the globe, and waiting for a new adventure and ready to see the world. Wow, that's a broad picture, but in that time, it's you have multiple choices, of what is that exactly is what you want, and knowing what's best for you, and very self-sufficient and in your power, and choosing what is creating and birthing all of that new for you, and nurturing that growth, and the wealth, the abundance, people, places, and things. So this is the rebirth has occurred, and there's a little layover period while things are really, really aligning, is what I'm getting for that. So, Virgo Lunar Eclipse is the next one. And this is the deck I used for that. Oops. Oh my goodness. Just reading the cards. We've been waiting for divine timing to occur during this, again, this time of going within, working out. I'm hearing pruning. Fine-tuning our skills, nurturing ourselves, self-worth, growing our strength, and releasing burdens in our life. Leaving very minimal behind to move forward with us, and deciding that, you know, we are worth releasing all that no longer serves us. That it is extremely important at this time, through the end of summer, that we find our grace and allow a flow to occur and allow things to evolve as they're going to, because it is divine timing. But what I'm getting with this is there is flow here, but again, alignment is taking place for a lot of stuff still right now, even though the flow is there. But all of a sudden, bam, everything's just gonna click into place, and there is just going to be massive flow. I'm hearing money flow. I'm being shown couples coming together as people are relinquishing things. I'm seeing the sun starting to shine on things. I hear true enlightenment will befold. So we're in the cusp of flow. But another thing too with Virgo, there's going to be a, I had said this in one of my readings last week, there's going to be a real crisp fierceness, which is unusual for a Virgo situation. But what I'm getting with this is it's really fueled people wanting and seeking out more information, wanting to expand their lives, wanting to be healthier, and really nurturing that aspect of themselves. Now, what really, like, we understand that we are our own little ecosystem, and really in totality, what helps to replenish us, support us, really being aware of why it's so important to self-care now, with all of the changes that we're going through personally. And all you're going to do is look at my community feed and see some of the stuff I post. You can just know that there's so much change happening, and why it's so important to support yourself in so many positive ways moving forward, because it's really going to put us in that key position of being healthy, supported, really being a magnet for what does serve us and repelling what doesn't. The Zodiac New Year, which is coming in when this is the deck I'm using here. We go from Pisces into Aries. Sorry, I almost knocked my lamp over. Okay. Again, a very similar message. There's been a lot of time of tending to our temples, squaring our shit away, getting rid of shit we don't need, really fine-tuning. as we evolve as human beings, what served us 15 years ago is absolutely not going to serve us now for the most part. We're different, and you have to accommodate your life to fit that. And when you're doing that, this is what ends up happening. You tend to find a fork in the road where you have to make a choice on something. But when you do that, it gives you the leg up. It free flows you. You get to come out of hibernation and start to make movement forward. And because, as I said, once everything really takes alignment, it will be time to go and get a move on. And there won't be able to stop the flow by then, because it's going to be very, very momentum based, and a true coming together of your internal masculine and feminine is going to really supercharge and fuel this. And that's where the divine masculine energy that we have, that knowing how to harness the energy that's for you in a productive, healthy manner to move action forward towards the people, places, and things that are now for you, for us, moving ahead. So that's the message I'm getting for the Zodiac New Year. What I'm getting for Ostara. This is the deck I'm using for that, my newest one. Spring cleaning. It is time to clear from the path all that does not serve you. You can see a similar patterning here with all of these, where we've been in like a healing mode. We're cleaning things out. It's a fantastic time to do. I've been smelling spring in the air even back when it was snowing like a month ago here in Massachusetts, and because I could tell it was on its way. I can feel it, but that's what I do. I'm usually in typical day-to-day basis, I'm a month or two out energetically reading stuff. I'll get premonitions and visions for other things, but for just general purposes, I'm usually a month to 2 months out, seeing the energy. Sometimes things, because energy is always changing. Some stuff will pop on me. I'll see right when it's about to happen, but a lot of stuff I'll see ahead of time. Simmer pot. Earth, air, fire, water await an enchantment, sleep with intention. So, I think that's a steeped, and I said sleeped. Yeah, it's a steeped. It's just so fine. I can't see the line in the T. It's so little. Even with my reading glasses on. Earth, air, fire, and water. I actually just posted the elementals in my community feed because I showed pictures of a visit I took to the ocean. And I'm really feeling energetically drawn to the ocean right now. So I will probably within the next month take a very, very, very early morning trip on a Sunday up to I like to go onto the beach when there's nobody around so I can have my peace with it. Drive up there and I like to put my feet in the cold water. I think it's good for us. And I will hang out in there for a good half an hour no matter how cold it is. My little tootsies, I'll pull them out when they're freezing cold and red. But while I'm there, I really do like, let my guides tell me what I need to do when I'm there. And, I'll bring some stuff with me and I'll just, be with the elements. And that's what this is kind of symbolizing that, all the right things into one pot to help spring us forward with the right energy support system and intentions for you know, the birthing of the new in the springtime. And it's in that you know, a lot of us are going through some really distinct noticing of let me backtrack here. This is a fresh new perspective is coming on the scene for everyone. And with that is the entry into a new passageway. It was in the Schumann. Another thing I posted on my community feed earlier today. A door is closing because another one is opening. This is not bad. This is good. Now, springtime is a beautiful time to do that. With all of this energy this month and next, it's really going to fortify and help to solidify as well movement forward for many of us. And in that, swiftly, as I talked about the past few days, there is going to be inter-love connectedness that's going to come together, and people are just going to be drawn together as in couples very swiftly now, because as I said, it's a twin soul scenario that's occurring now, and as Jesus has called on us, as God has asked him to, is to separate folks, to move people into a certain direction because their call to duty is someplace else, while these other folks are meant to pair up in romantic relationships, because it's in those joining of energy fields that bursts on the scene I'm hearing and lights up brighter than it has ever happened on this planet Earth. And therein is that awakening in that choice of the fork in the road. There's no greater power than the light that lives on through acts of that are inspired by the heart, and that is that love connectivity, that upgrade and love connectivity that we've been integrating into our systems. And it's in that now where that's going to be finally netted and webbed into the fascia on the planet. And as we move into more fine-tuned alignments, astrological new year, I mean, talk about what may have seemed to have an end is just the beginning to fully breathe. And I've been talking for several weeks now about how the whales and the dolphins are helping human beings to upgrade our sonar. We are being fine-tuned with skills and remembering fine-tuned skills that we had from past lives right now in preparation for the pole shift. We are evolving in preparation for this very traumatic time. The Earth's getting ready to, we're fast approaching it. It's only picking up momentum. And we as humans need to be better equipped machines to proceed forward into this huge event that the Earth is going to be going through. But what may have seemed to have been an end is only just the beginning. So as we're coming out of the deep and all the healing and the work we've done, and you know, winter is a great time for that in the upper hemisphere, we're being sparked to come to life now and emerge from the depths and really take form and take our place, lighting the way now. All right, so that's what's happening with Ostara. And that's literally while we are having Aries season kick into gear. It's Ostara is happening at the same time. Mercury Retrograde. This is the deck I'm using for that. Yes, again, having gone deep done a shit ton of work and really worked out and cleared the deck. But coming up for air now to make movement forward, having the sun shining on us, antibacterializing things, and recognizing all the work that we've gone deep to do is now bolstering us to move forward into those alignments I've just been speaking of and coming to life. It's time to get on the scene and bright lights, big city lights. Is that the Scorpions? And light the way for others as the teachers, the sages, the gurus, yada yada yada. But you can see with the butterfly right here that evolution that has taken place and that unfolding that's allowed this coming to life to occur. And it's in that moment where you become the observer and really key into what's going on around you. And as you're intermingling now with these alignments moving forward, it's really about learning to have boundaries as you fall into the new alignments that are part of your journey, but really listening and watching, being the observer, and really reading the room, being the wise leader. Listen for the messages as well, because you can see that the bird is on top of the elephant, tweeting. And it's those little messages that you get of guidance that are going to really hearing be prominent now in that moving forward. It's really necessary to be keyed in on what's going on around you, having been off duty for some time tending to your self needs, but as you emerge back out into the light, it's time to really be paying attention to what's going on around you. St. Patrick's Day. And I'm using this deck for this. So basically this is like the next 2 weeks worth of events. Sorry, I keep coughing because I chugged some bee pollen because I'm having allergies, and they come in like little pellets, and instead of like mixing it in with like a smoothie or anything, I take like a glob of it, like a tablespoon or so, and I just swig it down with some water, but they kind of got stuck in my throat. But anyway, been seeing a lot of the 4-4 lately. I keep seeing 4-4-4. Stability, stability, stability. Dream thief, refusal of the call, and that's been unearthed. You're rising to the occasion and taking flight, and recognizing your role to play moving ahead now. The perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Again, kind of the same message is repeating out through all of these decks for the next 2 weeks. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. And, even in the dark, a well-traveled path and all the wisdom gained by that. The crow reminds us of messaging from as above, so below. And, I get this from this card too. It's really being the observer and listening and paying attention to what's going on around you. With all of the chaotic energy right now, because some people are just really going to have a hot time mess the next couple of months with all of the things that are unfolding. Just be keyed in on what your journey is and not what other people's is, but just, keep watch of what's going on around you to learn. And I read messaging through people, so, well, I'm re-messaging through everything, but I can really gear in on what the energy is and what's happening with people's evolutions and as a collective, not just like individually, but what, you know, collections of humans are saying at a certain time. Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. And it's in that call and stepping up, having walked that path, the shaman does. It's in that you have the dragon wisdom and birthing that new, and the key to everything that's bursting on the scene, and you know, having multiple things preparing to birth on the scene right now, and knowing that the universe has got you, you know, in the decisions and birthing of that new, now moving forward. It's a very creative time, I'm hearing. A very bold time. It's a very swift movement and action, and what we thought was normalized with slow movement forward, that Knight of Pentacles, slow but steady wins the race thing, is really picking up. You know, I'm just picturing that card I just showed you a little bit ago with the Yang card with the harnessed energy in it. It's really being a master of the energy in your space, in yourself, and really being empowered, moving ahead, having come from the complete opposite type of energy, but really feeling empowered and ready to move into all of this new, and not fearing it whatsoever, but really feeling sovereign and on time. You know, really feeling on time to be ready for, you know, all the awesome that's ready to roll in now. And that's exactly what's happening. I can just see it coming out like that locomotive I was talking about a few videos ago, and just watching people going by, but just being able to be on that fast train, moving ahead with the souls that can handle this movement forward, because we're more equipped than most souls are for things of this nature. But it's in accepting that journey moving forward now. You protect the future of it as well. So, all right, so that's my Sunday weekly energy reading for anyone interested or called to it. I'll be back tomorrow for that 3 pick a pile Monday energy healing for anyone that's interested or called to it. Until then, have a great night, everyone. Peace and love. I love you. Bye.